Hey everyone, what's up? We're back doing play some more. This is the police. Uh, Hopefully you guys enjoyed it the other night when we was playing, but kind of quiet in the chat. So we'll see what we get tonight. I think we made it to day 28, maybe. Not real sure. Um, go ahead and see what we get going there. Hopefully it's better than the other night. We lost quite a few officers the other night on some dumb shit. Alright, zoo animals starving, toilets stolen from City Hall, Freeburg hosts to greatest lasagna in history. Yeah, regular old headlines. Third participants at the peaceful rally posed a threat to others. Recent weeks, large-scale protests have rocked Freeburg. First, feminists marched in Desire Park, and today the blacks gathered outside City Hall. He thinks the reason there's been such a rise in civic activism in the city. Today's youth don't want to wait for Freeburg's conservative leadership to catch up. They want to make things happen right now. Alright. Yeah, I guess that was a quick day. On to the next day here, see what happens. I guess this asshole didn't come to work. No. So we got stripes, and nobody on this shift has any stripes. Give it to that guy.
You know when a police chief really feels his power? When he hires and fires people? When he throws folks in jail? When he's bossing everyone around all morning? No, there's no power there. Just bureaucratic red tape. Like directing traffic. Not that it's all bad. No, I feel it the most when people come to me with accusations. Accusations happen outside the law. They don't need to be rational or supported by evidence. They don't petition justice in the careful words of legal formality. No, an accusation is a personal cry, full of resentment or envy, a defeated moan, or an angry howl. The accuser rarely imagines you'll share their resentment, their envy, their hatred. No, but they do imagine that your love of power is so strong that you'll leap to decide the fates of others, happy just to take someone's word for the facts. Businessmen accuse the gangsters blame our public figures denounce politicians, the politicians point to the businessmen. When it comes to accusation, there's only one rule. Don't aim too high. If you overestimate your own importance, then complaining can cost you your life. So choose the easier path. Exaggerate as far as you can, and try to make your plea sound as sad and pathetic as possible. The accusation I received today sure didn't fit the normal mold. After killing Vickis Varga and routing his supporters, Sand further strengthened his already powerful authority. Even a month ago, anyone coming out against Sand would sound like a lunatic with a death wish. Today, it's the same thing as suicide. But the letter I'm holding in my hands directly connects Henry Sand, lieutenant of the Sand Mafia family, to the reported death of successful banker John Pazzi. Henry has a daughter, Marianne, a dancer, and apparently it all started with her. One day, Marianne danced in the title role of a production of Giselle, and Henry, proud father that he is, brought the whole family to the premiere, along with some of the family's business partners. Among their guests was the young banker John Pazzi. He couldn't keep his eyes off Marianne, but she ended up brushing him off. In response, Pazzi ambushed her one night after rehearsal, pulled her into his limousine, and had his way with the poor girl. After that, gentleman that he was, he drove the girl home and threatened that if she told anyone what happened, her mother would get the same treatment. But her father still managed to shake the truth out of Marianne, and he decided to take his revenge. Of course, Henry knew he couldn't just go with his instincts and put a bullet in Pazzi in broad daylight. The rich bastard was too important for business, and Henry is neck-deep in the family business, overseeing transportations for the Sand Mafia. He knew about every delivery delay, every car, and every shop. It was mostly thanks to Henry that the whole Sand operation rolls so smoothly. Henry has free access to all their off-book cars, and a tar-black motive. Yeah, he could easily arrange the death of John Pazzi as a drunken, late-night hit-and-run. But Henry Sand is smarter than that. If this story about Pazzi is true, he'd more likely go to the boss and ask permission. I'd have figured this letter the ramblings of a retired gangster looking to spice up his life with little excitement. The way the letter started, "My dear little old cupcake," I had every mind to toss it in the trash. But something else got my attention. They're rarely ever signed, but this one ended Robespierre, and I doubt it's an imposter. No one would go against the most powerful group in the city, hoping to hide behind the name of some prankster clown. Like everyone else, I had no idea who Robespierre was or what he wanted. But there was no doubt that this guy was more than a little crazy. An arrogant psychopath. Could be dangerous. Definitely worth looking into.
Right. Well, let's see what we got here, guys. Oh no. Got this case, hit and run. I don't really want any of these dudes running a lead on this. But, alright, let's see.
910B in progress.
Yeah, we don't have any open investigations, so we gotta use these guys. Oh yeah, she died. Oh, man. And I got one more. Oh, somebody. Damn it, somebody. Alright, so let's get that out of the way. Flunked all their exams. Jesus fucking Christ. Robbery. Bank of Freeburg. 3 armed robbers wearing masks entered the bank. Manager opened the safe. We're gonna go. You're on it, Budinsky.
in progress.
Alright.
Officer
Oh,
on
the
scene.
bank is located in the city center. There's a lot of traffic and civilians. Sneak up to the front window, peek inside the bank, take up a comfortable firing position at the mall, block the exit to the bank with a police crew. I'm gonna sneak up, see what happens here. Woman's shouts can be heard from inside the bank. Storm the building, get on the bullhorn, attention you're surrounded. Wait until the robbers exit. Oh, wait. Hey, it worked. Let's see, there's enough frames on that investigation. Assault. Also these two. Young woman frightened to death just called in from a trade union. A drunken factory worker broke into the building. The same man who yesterday visited the union demanding a return of the money that was withheld from his salary over the past 6 years. The man is shouting and threatening to break through the service window. Oh, fuck. Another armed robbery. That's a big one. I have to fuck wait on that. And the people to send out for it. So check this. Still got 1 day on that. We don't need to, man, labor market's trash, too. So, Rex is at the academy. This dude's home for some reason. So I'm not sure. I forget why he's home. There's a reason. I think him and somebody else got hurt. So 4, 8, 9, 10, 11. 4, 8, 9, 10. 5, 5. Pretty even on that.
I was trying to raise 10-1, Sergeant Southpaw.
So we'll send 2. We got
412A in progress.
this one might be close. So this is assault.
412A.
Alright.
in progress.
Fight slow.
I
Oh
was trying to
boy.
raise 10-1, Sergeant Southpaw.
Ain't got it. Hopefully everybody was good. Yeah, Snow got killed. Oh, we got killed, so that turned out okay. Oh, yep. Don't have anybody that we can send. That shit drives me crazy.
412A completion.
God, officers unarmed.
Nine ten C in progress.
Tell you what, we need to make some money. Man, these fucking armed robberies today. 3 armed thugs managed to rob the audience of a playhouse. Before the civilians realized what was happening, the criminals had already fled the scene. Till the last minute, everyone thought it was just all part of the show. The cloakroom attendant says that the robbers left in a yellow school bus. Let's hope these guys don't need backup, because we had to send out the other guys.
311A complete.
Oh yeah, check this shit out.
Four ten B in progress.
Homicide. An eyewitness reported that a man drove up to the gas station, got out, and shot the guy behind the counter with an automatic rifle. Now he's just standing there quietly filling up his gas tank. This dude is crazy.
We've got a situation here.
Even late at night, finding the bus wasn't too difficult. The criminals abandoned it less than a mile from a suburban motel. Alright, the motel manager reports 3 men threatened me with a gun when I said we had no more rooms. I put them in a room we already rented, but they won't be happy when our guests return.
Nine ten C completion.
Alright. Try to wait it out, see if I can get them all back there. I think there's quite a few people, isn't it? Yeah. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Dude, name with the kid and sink on them. That was like a 7 framer, so I'm gonna go look at it. So I hope everybody's having a pretty decent Friday.
Four ten B complete.
Fender caught, officers unharmed. We haven't got some automatic weapons. We're gonna sell them bitches. We're low as fuck on money. Oh, end of the day.
Oh, Jack, you always come back so late.
What's wrong? Bad news?
Good news, Jack. Laura is ready.
Ready how? She's coming back? When?
Not that fast, Jack. Laura's ready to talk. But if she's ready to talk, she's getting ready to come back. You just need to find the right words. You can find the right words, right, Jack?
I'm not an idiot.
I didn't ask for this, Jack. It's the middle of the night, and I'm alone on an old farm, 40 minutes away from anywhere, sat on a creaky porch, and now I'm getting snapped at. I came here so you could personally promise me that you'll be able to find the right words. So let's try again. You can find the right words, right, Jack?
I can find the right words, Mrs. Markham.
That's good to hear. Tomorrow night at 3 o'clock at the Octopus Restaurant. You know it?
Yeah, but it's closed at night.
Oh, I've arranged for them to be open. Don't be late. But don't come too early either.
Mrs. Markham,
Yeah?
I should probably offer you some tea or something before you go.
Do you have any tea?
No.
Good night, Jack.
Alright, biannual report, more dust and bursts in Freeburg. Debbie's Cafe charged with health and safety violations, and Red Cat rescues girl from rapist. Holy shit, everybody came to work. Nobody tried to get the day off. This is fucking amazing. Rex. Rex.
311A in progress.
Holy balls. Retiree Manny Versh called in a report of a fight between a little girl's father and a dog lover whose Rottweiler had frightened a child. While the men were busy settling matters, the dog was spotted running towards the amusement park. Go send this guy. We're going to send old Percy. That didn't take long. That shit must have been right around the fucking corner.
Progress.
Unlawful assembly. It seems City Hall is the unhappy target of a spontaneous demonstration. Some 20 people have gathered in protest against the increased garbage tax. The protesters are behaving peacefully, but are demanding to speak with city officials. So let's give them this. Alright. I'll sing the paddy wagon too. Robbery, City Center. Tiffany Lee, while visiting the local mall, encountered a hooded man who grabbed her expensive bag and bolted. She immediately called the police. Isn't the mall safe anymore? That man must still be in the building. Please hurry. And this, and this guy. Let's see how this goes down here. The offender attempted to escape the mall, but the guards blocked the door. He turned and fled back inside, looking for another way out. Alright, I'll run after him. The offender ran into a skating rink, then slipped and fell on the ice. As he struggled to regain his footing, he pulled a knife from his pocket. Pepper spray his fucker. That's what you get, you crazy bastard.
1311 in progress.
A woman put up a tent in the park and is inviting everybody to come buy a new highly profitable currency, which will rise 10 times in value over the coming weeks. A line has already formed and people are starting to push and curse at each other. We're going to send this same group $5. Situation more serious than we thought. assembly went down good. Sure, I sent them motherfuckers out on another job already, so.
911 in progress.
Theft. Frank Conroy's wallet was stolen at the bus stop. He quickly noticed the loss and he was hunting for the pickpocket with his friends. The group is blaming everyone in sight. The situation is quickly escalating. The matter may soon come to blows. Son 3 we got.
1311.
10-50. So, we got that counterfeiter. Hey, we found money too. We'll sell the money to the mafia for money. It's amazing how that works.
210 in progress.
Man came to the hospital with a very large dog. The dog was on a leash and wearing its muzzle, but it was growling and jumping on the other patients. The duty nurse warned the man that it was against hospital policy to bring animals into the building, but the man just snarled at her and refused to listen. Yeah, I think you'll be alright. Oh, shit.
Got a situation here.
The fight is in full swing and some of the combatants are carrying weapons. Enter the fight and attempt to detain the hooligans around the park and order everyone to calm down, shoot in the air in an effort to pacify the crowd. Just shooting in the air, let them know we mean business.
15 complete.
Yeah.
412A in progress.
Assault. A young DJ, upon exiting a store, ran into a strange-looking man wearing a black and red robe. First, the man knocked his energy drink from the DJ's hand and told him of the merits of drinking human blood. His demeanor became threatening, and he demanded money for protection from the forces of darkness. A fight between the two men erupted, during which the DJ suffered several bites. The attacker then began to accost other passerbys, including a frightened group of teenagers, and then sunk his teeth into the shoulder of an elderly woman. Interesting. Two new frames. Keep that on. Mr. Posey sometimes liked to walk the city at night. I had just taken him out for a long business dinner. We pulled up to the park near the monument and I didn't notice anything suspicious, although there was a gray truck that didn't have any license plates. It followed us into the park from the restaurant, but then it turned off somewhere. Mr. Posey died immediately on impact. The heavy vehicle struck him at high speed. The bruises on his body showed traces of a grill, so he might be looking for a Jeep or a truck. Soft tissue contained fragments of a windshield, so it appears the blow was strong enough to throw his body into the air and through the windshield. The victim's clothes showed traces of gray paint. I run in the park at night. Tonight I heard the roar of a motorcycle, so I went to check it out. I figured it was bikers who like to race on the empty roads, but when I ran closer, I saw the road was empty. Then I saw the body, so I called the police. Motorcycle tire tracks and shattered glass were found at the crime scene. At a nearby intersection, the surveillance camera recorded a group of bikers, and behind them you can make out a gray Jeep with a cracked windshield. So, none of these pictures is a Jeep. It's a big truck. Let me try that. Let's see. Yeah, this truck be here. Yeah, now this stuff. Let's see if that could be this. He goes across the street. Try to hit him. I was gonna fucking ass over. Nope. So we don't have the right pieces for that.
412A.
All right, everybody survived. Seemed like a good day.
According to Mrs. Markham, I was supposed to spend all day thinking up the right words. But to my surprise, I did my best work when I shut my head off. I didn't even want to think why Laura decided we'd meet at 3 o'clock in the morning, and in a restaurant we'd never gone to. I didn't know what to tell her, and something tells me she's no more ready for this meeting than I am. By nightfall, I finally stopped worrying. The right words would come when they were needed. And if they don't come at all, then so be it. I've heard said, when you're knocked out by a single blow, you don't have time to feel any pain. Well, that's a lie. It's painful as hell. Every day I spent in that coma, the pain was unbearable.
Oh, okay. Well, let's try this. Wow, damn. Wasn't very good at that.
Yeah, I heard about that already. But what if they decide to spill it to the papers? We need to start thinking now about covering our asses. I know people who can deal with this, but they'll need at least a week. Plus, if we want to...
Lieutenant Stat, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I have Jack Boyd on the line.
Who?
Jack Boyd, sir. He's calling from the hospital.
Gibson, I'll call you back. Don't do anything without my team. Jack, well, wow. I didn't know you were awake. Doctor said you could be in that coma for months, even years. How are you feeling?
Tell me who's in control, Martin.
I don't think I follow you.
For God's sake, Martin, tell me it's you running the department and not some stooge from the mayor's office.
Yes, Jack. I am performing the duties of the police chief, but the new man's coming on Saturday, Kevin Paulson.
Kevin Paulson?
Yes, it's the guy from the...
I know who Kevin Paulson is. Now listen carefully, Martin. I'm coming back to work. I'm Freeburg's police chief, and it's gonna stay that way for another 4 months. Now you get on the phone and do whatever needs to be done. You run into any problems, threaten them with the media, court, or blackmail. But I don't think they'll give you any trouble. The mayor knows it's easier to just wait until the winter than deal with a scandal. Oh, and assemble a press conference.
Listen, Jack, I know the truth is on your side, but you have to take into account...
Martin, how long since you transferred to my department?
Coming up on 5 years now.
How many times in the last 5 years have you come to my birthday party? How many times have you come to the farm when I had the boys over?
Never had the pleasure, but...
Never. Because you couldn't care less. And I don't care for you either, Stet. It wasn't me who appointed you deputy, and you wouldn't have been my first choice. But if you do ever come over to my house, you won't miss the big hole in my backyard. Garbage pit. You know, for old rubbish. A smelly hole filled with rotten furniture and other crap. So, Stet, if I even for a moment doubt your devotion, you'll go straight into that pile of trash. Maybe you'll get to catch up with some old friends. You remember Kendrick, don't you?
I'll schedule the press conference for tomorrow, all right, Jack?
The day after tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm going shopping.
So we're at day 57 now, see? Sweet new wheels. New little outfit there. Oh, look at that hair. We're a king among men, it says. Gas tank here.
No, that would be too much.
Wow, Jack, what's with the outfit? You planning on...
The pit in the backyard, Martin. Always remember about the pit in the backyard.
Don't talk to anyone before the press conference starts. I'll try to get you on stage quickly. Kevin Paulson is here. He wanted to...
Jack! I hardly recognize you. That's quite an image for a man like you. An old dog with a new trick, right? We should see each other more often. How long has it been?
Last time I saw you, I fired you, Kevin.
Ha! You mean the day I resigned in protest over the corruption and lawlessness at your police department, right?
Yeah, repeat that shit often enough, someday you might start believing it.
You know, Jack, I'm glad that everything turned out so well. Unlike you, I've made good use of the past 7 years. My new construction company keeps getting jobs from the city, and we're doing really well. I have a new house, new hobbies, even a new wife. Maybe you've met her, Shelley Rogers.
Oh, Shelley Rogers. So you really are in bed with the mayor.
It's a dream come true. All my dreams have come true. Only one thing remains. To bring order to the Freeburg Police
This dude
Department.
seems like a fucking
You being
douchebag, right?
serious, Kevin?
I'm serious as ever, Jack. I'm the most serious man you know.
It's not often you see the past and the future Freeburg police chiefs at the same press conference. I hope you have time to talk, Kevin. There's something we need to discuss. Jack, the reporters are waiting for you.
My retirement plan somehow just got turned into a circus. Fortunately, I'm pretty good at swallowing swords and jumping through burning hoops. They all seem to like it.
All right. On to the press conference here. That is your hairstyle. It doesn't matter. See, y'all have to give a definitive answer as to whether you'll be returning to your post. Do you believe Rogers will decide in your favor? Of course. You think what happened to you somehow affected you? Why wait? Well, why guess? We'll wait a bit and see what happens. Alright, day 59 and we're back on the job. Jack Boyd recovers from head injury. Jack Boyd unable to name attackers. Police chief awakens from coma. Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that, guys. Ooh, car fired right up. New sports car. Oh, this guy didn't come to work today. This guy, yeah, you're a detective, fuck it. You're a detective. God damn. Everybody is just straight beat. Oh my. Poor old Rex down there, man. We'll give you a stripe, old Rex. I'm trying to buff you up, buddy. Fuck this catalog. I won't buy shit. Try to make it through the day with 6 officers. It's gonna be fucking shitty. Jack, while you were in the hospital, a hunt was declared on all cops. It's like all the criminals in the city suddenly went savage. They're cornering officers one by one and beating them to death. Our boys have started refusing to ride out on calls alone. When the situation is really bad, even 2 will refuse to go. Alright, so get one more detective. Oh, don't look like it's real good here. So Nick Hunter. We'll bring him in for A shift, I guess. Upgrade our SWAT unit. Yeah, so we already got him 4 times a day. Increase your efficiency. Hire one more police officer. What we got? Kunihiko Ozaki. John Shannow. I go Ine. Definitely gonna go with Kunihiko over here. He's the highest rated. We're gonna bring him in for B shift. We will move him around. We'll get raised and taking everything. Let's see, vandalism. A passerby saw 3 teenagers setting fire to a parked car. According to an eyewitness, you can still catch them. They're just walking down the street, not even in a hurry. So we're going to send Simpson and Rex to that. I'm going to request this shit. What we got here? Labor market. Oh, we can still hire one more cop, too. Looks like John Shanow's coming over here. I'm going to work for Shift B as well. That way we at least have 2 officers coming in tomorrow that are fully, full of energy. Had a few call off the day. Let's see what our investigations are. Still not hit and run. Oh, here we go. So let's pull a couple guys off that are working today. Nobody's working today. Just this fucking guy, huh? That's fucking amazing. Alright, I don't even know if we can send him by himself. Try. Hopefully it's not Rip. Hopefully they ain't ripperonis for him. Alright, got him. Roll Rex.
911 in progress.
Get over here. Security guard noticed a suspicious group of teenagers hiding things under their jackets as they walked past the checkout. When he asked them to stop, the teenagers scattered in all directions and ran out of the store into the parking lot. The guard called the police and says they couldn't have gotten far. So, try to send these two. See what happens here. We're gonna try. Hopefully, we can just send everybody out in groups of 2. That way, we at least have like 3 teams of officers to respond. All right, so we got investigation started here. I'm gonna check this text message. Alright, so we ain't got no friends now. At least that's on its way. Reckless endangerment in the ghetto. Unidentified woman says that the strange surgeon is operating without a license from the basement of her house. He hardly looks like a real doctor. He's old, maybe senile, and always seems drunk. They want 4 people here, so I highly doubt that they're going to be happy if we try to send 2 of them. Oh, it worked! So, we're going to try to keep on that strategy. We at least got 3 teams, you know. I guess I already said that, but yeah. We got 3 teams rotating. Oh, they got away! Oh, fucking Budinsky. Oh, you suck, buddy. You suck.
611 in progress.
Alright, let's see here. Student couldn't get into his room. It was locked from the inside, and he heard muffled cries coming from within. It sounded like someone was raping my girlfriend. We have 2 people. Let's see what we can do here. Reckless endangerment. In a dirty basement, a teetering old man is digging around inside a young man's ripped open stomach. Let's call an ambulance. Nice. Worked. Girlfriend was just having a special moment with her new boyfriend.
410 in progress.
Nurse reports that she saw an elderly woman cut off her husband's life support system after a car accident left him in a coma for months. I know his case was hopeless, but it's still murder, the greatest sin of all. According to the nurse, the woman has blocked off the entrance to the ward. Alright, so let's go ahead and send Kingston and Quando.
In progress. 410 complete.
Alright, homicide report. Fender caught. So that's good. Rex Kwando keeps moving up a little bit. Charter's called in, says a van stopped on the side of the road and 3 large men got out with shovels and someone fell to the ground out of the back of the van. I think they had his hands tied up. They hit him in the head with one of the shovels and led him into the woods. This is going to take quite a few. Let's go ahead and send the 4 that we got. See what happens here. Eyewitness reports 5 armed men burst into a jewelry store. Series of gunshots, and a few minutes later, a girl staggered out of the store bleeding from the stomach. They fell to the pavement unconscious. Well, we ain't got enough cops sent on this one. It's on the way. The van is empty, but the engine is still on. The area is silent and dark. We ambush in your van, turn on a flashlight, run into the woods.
412.
Yeah, we got enough cops for that. We only got 3, so I'm trying to fuck with that right now. Well, that ain't good. That ain't fucking good. It's getting worse. We ain't got shit for fucking money.
Impressive recovery, Mr. Boyd. I'm still not happy about how soon you're back to work. Well, not happy as your doctor. As a resident of Freeburg, I'm immensely grateful for it.
Really?
Just don't tell anyone, or they'll pull my license.
Well, thank you again for coming to see me at night.
Oh, well, whatever you need, Mr. Boyd. Any doctor in this town would come running any hour, day or night, you can believe me. You're not suffering from headaches. It says here that you are taking painkillers after a back injury. But the prescribed dose is enough to...
Dr. Kraczynski, you trust me?
And, sorry?
Do you trust me?
In what way, Mr. Boyd?
You think I'm an honest and reasonable man, Doctor?
You're joking, Mr. Boyd. Thanks to you, my wife finally agreed to buy a house here, and we've decided to have children. Thanks to you, I'm not afraid to visit my patients at night. I think you are the most honest and reasonable person in the city, Mr. Boyd.
Great. You see, Dr. Kraczynski, I'm an addict.
Mr. Boyd, is...
Well, not a drug addict in the way you might imagine. I'm not some weak-willed junkie. Sometimes I stay clean so long that the tablets stay locked in the barn so long they go past the expiration date. But there are less pleasant stories.
You know what? Let's...
I once took a whole bottle right there in the barn. Passed out in my own vomit. I almost choked. I fought the convulsions, somehow managed to break 4 ribs. For 2 weeks, my chest was so sore I wanted to die. But for those 2 weeks, I kept swallowing pills. Couldn't stop.
If you want, I could...
I once took a dose right before a party at home. My wife Laura had some old friends over from college. I didn't take that many, maybe 5 or 6 pills, but it felt like I'd taken a few hundred. I passed out while I was carrying a tray of drinks. On the way down, I knocked over a set of Laura's scented candles. The house almost burned down. The repairs took a good chunk from our savings.
Mr. Boyd, if you'll allow me, I just...
As you can see, Doctor, I'm well aware of the seriousness of the situation and the possible consequences. But sometimes I need the pills. I don't use the word lightly. Sometimes I've got to work on cases with more energy than I've got. I can't do it without them. And I know you want me doing my job. So tomorrow I want you to come here and bring me some tablets. Lots of tablets. 10 bottles. No, better 15. Yeah, 15 bottles. The next 3 months are going to be extremely difficult, Doc.
I would like to discuss your...
You'll bring the pills, Doctor?
Yes, Mr. Boyd. Yes.
Very good. Look, I don't want to trouble you any further. I bet your family doesn't like you running away with me at night. I bet they'd rather I was still in that coma.
Alright, so let's see who did come to work today. Wolf didn't come in. Gorshkov didn't come in. I do what even fucking tired didn't come in. And go home, detective. Drank too much. Go home. That's probably gonna fire your ass. No. No. Yeah, you can go home. You only have 1 health left. You too. You too. Oh my god. What happened to these motherfuckers while I was gone? Worked the shit out of my people while I was in the fucking comment. Let's see here. Hire another detective. So we got James Jackson and then Joshua E. Har. Let's get the same professionalism. Go with this guy just because he's fucking younger. I'll bring him in for a shift, but I'll be there tomorrow. Recruit SWAT team again. Alright, 1 more police officer. Tygo Ine. Coming in for a shift.
in progress.
2 teenagers sitting on some steps smoking. A black man approached and asked for a cigarette. Go ask somebody else, monkey. The adolescents responded. The man grew enraged, quickly pulled out a knife and drove it into the chest of one of the teens, according to the other teenager who managed to escape. Then he took a cigarette, quietly sat down on the steps and started smoking. Oh boy. Send this guy. Send this guy. I'll send her. Okay, detectives that are doing this fucking job. These dudes, they're at home. Detectives that are in here. Taylor Armstrong. Judge Judy over here, bro. Just in case. Let's do it.
It's 11 in progress.
Morris Queen heard from a neighboring apartment a panicked female voice cry out, "Help, I'm being raped." Then, according to him, all was quiet for a few seconds. I heard something about laundry detergent and bleach, and then some music started playing. Send this to
Four 12 in progress.
Caught them. Electrician Jason Pruitt was conducting a regular inspection in the transformer substation. He found a dirty, hairy bum who pounced on him like a wild bear. Homeless man bit him pretty severely, ripping a piece of flesh from his hand. The electrician was stunned and managed to run away from the substation, leaving the suspect inside. We got 2 people. I'm gonna send them. Let's see what happens here.
It's 11 complete.
Turns out that Mr. Queen's neighbors had just bought a new TV and were watching some horror movies at full volume. False alarm. Some bitch.
In progress.
Good carjacking. Alright, so we got 3. 2 teenagers were lying in wait for the paramedics to go for their usual coffee, then they made off with their ambulance. We literally turned away for less than a minute. These 3 should be able to handle this job.
Looks like we have a situation here.
Jason Pruitt has lost consciousness and is shaking and convulsing on the ground. There's foam coming out of his mouth. The homeless man is still hiding in the transformer structure, interest smeared with blood. Open the door in order to man to exit the substation, shoot out the fuse with your sidearm and run inside. Oh, try that. Oh, this motherfucker took off running. Come on, bitches. Come on, bitches. Oh, sorry. I hate when they do that. They like send people when we don't have nobody. Ooh, about a dozen homeless people were sifting through a landfill for valuables. Came across a case with a combination lock. While they were deciding how to split the contents, the group began to fight. A few of them have knives. An eyewitness called the police and reports that some seem ready for a fight to the death. Uh-oh. It's a fucking death match. We're gonna give them a paddy wagon. We'll send, oh, boy, let's send. What do I send these for? They'll probably need backup.
311B complete. 214 in progress.
That's a fight. Oh, they took care of it. Oh, damn. Exotic dancer Marissa Gomez complained about a strange man in a raincoat. One of our rooms can be seen from the street, so we can attract customers. Customers, not perverts. This isn't the first time we chased this guy away. He comes all the time wearing a raincoat no matter the weather, and it seems like he's touching himself. Yeah, a woman called in to complain about a car alarm. This fucking howling woke me up. I have to get up for work tomorrow. I looked out the window and saw a dark figure duck into the alley. I think there's someone trying to steal a car. Send this, send these two. I got this.
Looks like we have a situation here.
Public indecency. A man is standing outside the window, pressing his nose against the glass and touching himself under his coat. Sir, slowly fasten your pants, put your hands behind your head, join the guy, or grab a man by the arm and throw him into the patrol car.
214 complete.
There we go, that worked. Looks like an exercise class to me, not no exotic dancers, but whatever. Guess whatever you gotta get his
311A in progress.
FAP on too. Yeah. Bouncer at a nightclub refused interest to 5 lowlifes, hinting that the flip-flops and sweatpants would chase off the women. The lowlifes got angry and decided they'd teach the bouncer some manners. A fight ensued. I'll go wait for these other cops to get back. There we go. I'll send 3 of them. Keep these 2 for backup, just in case. Alright, so let's keep this out here. So a little fellow in white jacket ordered cherry juice, drank the bar, and then went to the bathroom with some bearded guy. Thought they were just up for a little tickle. You see a lot of that these days, but when the other folks found the bearded guy with his nose in the toilet, I knew the guy in a jacket was up to no good. What the fuck is he doing here? Yeah. Let's see here. Here. Boom. Alright, so this bastard's not home. I don't know. We'll get him or we won't get him. Come on, give me 2 cops. Give me 2 cops back there. Come on, it's too late. Ah, fuck.
311A complete.
So, wrong place. Oh, that blows dick. Yeah, I think we pretty much fucked that up. New frames found on the fucking hit and run, so I'm not sure about what the fuck's going on with that one. Seems like we should have more frames.
Mr. Boyd, I'm going home. Do you need anything?
Oh, no, don't go. I need to talk to you. I won't keep you long. I just need to make one phone call and I'll be right out, okay?
Of course, Mr. Boyd.
Do you know what time it is?
I didn't mean, well, maybe I did. Guess I'm a son of a bitch.
Jack? Good Lord, Jack, I wanted to talk to you. Was wondering if you'd call. How do you feel?
I'm good, Mrs. Markham. Better than ever. The back pain is gone, the insomnia is gone, my hair is growing back, and my pathological indecisiveness seems to have run off somewhere.
Jack, if you think I had anything to do with that...
I'll waste no more time trying to think, Mrs. Markham. Every second counts. There's a lot to do. And one of those things is finding Laura.
Jack, your tone is scaring me.
Good. Turns out I have a knack for that. Scaring people. So, Mrs. Markham, I'm gonna look for my wife, and if you somehow get in my way, I'll send a special squad to your house. First they'll throw your dog in the fire, then they'll arrest you for prostitution.
What? What the he... Prostitution?
Sometimes it's necessary to invent charges. It's not like I can arrest you for being an unbearable bitch. Emma, I need a detective.
Oh, of course, Mr. Boyd. What shift?
No, not one of ours. A private detective.
Oh.
I know that when your father stole your mother's jewelry and left her, you hired a private investigator. You didn't go to the police.
You know, Mr. Boyd, it was a family problem, and we felt that it would...
I understand perfectly, Emma. You don't need to explain anything. I'm in a similar situation. As you might have heard, my wife left the house. She's missing, you could say.
I'm not sure what you're...
I know you've heard all about it. I want her found, but I don't want the department involved. Same reason you didn't. So I decided to hire your private detective. Think you can arrange it?
Oh, of course, Mr. Boyd. I'll call him and arrange everything. And don't worry, he'll keep it a secret.
Fine. What do you need from me?
Well, just gather all the information that might be useful and put it in an envelope, bring it to me, and I'll take it to him.
Good. Okay, take the day off tomorrow and get a good night's sleep. The day after tomorrow, I'll have that envelope for you.
Right. Crocodile found in inner city river. Farmer claims government poison harvest. And projectionist accidentally plays porn at last picture show. Ooh. Oh, look at this fucking guy. Pretty sure I just hired this fucking asshole not to. The thing when I came back to the comment, that's fucking bullshit. Too tired, don't have to walk straight. Yeah. No, Budinsky. I've heard that story before now. You're tired, yes. Alright. So, hopefully we can get everybody's energy back up here in the next couple shift rotations or so. For several years, we've constantly been pestered by the LGB organization with its constant whining about gay rights. Recently, things have been relatively quiet, but last week, 3 high school teachers were fired under laws banning the promotion of homosexuality among adolescents. These teachers spread LGBT brochures among our school children, teaching them tolerance. We discuss them fairly and according to the law, but activists are gathered outside the school, rioting and protesting. Children aren't there to learn about men kissing and all the rest of the circus. Their participants need to be taught a lesson, so they'll think twice next time they climb out of their holes. First things first. We'll send him and Rex and the SWAT team. Yeah. Oh, I can't send them anyways. No, I'll slide here. So you might be pissed off about that. Ola Pageant said that this is the second time a man called her on the phone and threatened her, saying he's going to feed lead to her whole family. Heard some men laughing in the background, talking about how they can't wait to finally try out their new machine guns on live targets, said Mrs. Paget. I'm quite a well-known political activist in Freeburg, so the threats could be related to my work. Yeah, all right. I'm sending 3 of you. Have fun. See y'all's great pissed at us now. Oh, fuck yeah, we got him. So that should mean we only have one. Yeah. Drop these leads on there. Look at it. 4, 8, 9, 10. How many we got total? We got 23 and 12. So we got 3, 6, 7. 3, 4, 5. 75. Okay, what up? He had to go do something at his dad's. This guy's on the B shift. 12, 13, 4, 8, 7. Where is must not have him anymore then. Old Mullet's gone. We got 10, we got 13 here. We got the Reds. That gotta work.
I was trying to raise 10 more, Sergeant Top Spot.
Oh, fuck. Ain't got no cops. Kathleen Campos said that her friend Stacy Payne gave her teacher a greeting card decorated with a heart, and the teacher made an obscene joke and told her to come to his office after school. I pretended I was leaving, but then I went back to listen to the door. The frightened girl continued. First they were talking quietly, but then there was a commotion and screaming and crying. Russell Sliffer is enraged at the presence of prostitutes along the road on the outskirts of the city. Apparently there are a dozen prostitutes lined up and are practically throwing themselves at the passing vehicles. Some are exposing their breasts and asses in an attempt to attract customers. Get over here right away and deal with this shamelessness. Their breasts and asses. We ain't got no cops to send that way, so I guess breasts and asses are running free today.
417 complete. 12 complete.
The offenders escaped. All them breast and asses just running free. Oh, damn. That's automatic weapons out of this shit. We'll sell that shit. Oof.
Officer on scene. Looks like we have a situation here. 613 complete.
Got him.
Progress.
Yeah. A hysterical young person just called in shouting, "Good God, the prophecy has come to pass. Dozens of zombies are roaming the park just like from the movies. Oh my God, vampires. Freeburg is doomed. Send in the National Guard." Alright, we ain't sending nobody to this shit. Zombies and vampires. They gotta be filming a movie or something. That's a false alarm.
215 complete.
The man was frightened by a horror film festival. False alarm. So we rolled the dice and it worked out.
in progress.
Mrs. Casme complains that her neighbors are arguing very intensely. They're a young, hot-headed couple, and it sounds like they're about to come to blows. Uh-oh. Oh, I had this up with Rex Kwando. We got old Budinsky in there, too. Oh, suspicious individual. Woman says she was out for an evening jog and she noticed a black guy in a hood following behind her. I was able to get away from him, but I'm afraid this bastard is still lurking in a park, waiting for one of the other girls. Suspicious individual. Attempted murder. Hurry, there's some guys here who caught a transvestite and decided they'd work him over. They strip out the guy's tights and they're acting like they're going to lynch him with them. They say they're going to hang him over the bar. The man in question is a medical student who also runs at night. False alarm. So suspicious individual is bullshit. Domestic disturbance. No one was quarreling. The man was working out to a loud TV. The woman was making a salad, cut her finger rather badly, and was running to a neighbor's to call an ambulance. Her husband was only trying to stop the bleeding with a towel. Okay. Whoop. Fucking whoop. No new frames on this fucking investigation. Let's take another look at this shit. Do we even got anybody working the fucking case today? That should be the main question. Check this. 1, 2, 3, 4 people working the case today. So yeah, I don't know what the fuck. Guess we'll let her go for another day. See what happens.
I was trying to raise 10-1, Sergeant.
Attempted murder at the playground. Situation is more serious than we thought. It's 12:38. Let's send the ball. These guys out here. Rex Quandez going in. So old Budinsky. Rex Quandez. Motherfucker look just like Hulk Hogan though. Rex Quandez. Alright, Fender caught. Everybody lived. Police Academy student selling cocaine. Twister strip club owner. My dancers are all feminists. Crazy Arms film flop.
All the information about Laura, just like you asked.
Mr. Boyd, keep your voice down. Someone could be listening.
Oh, I'm sorry, Emma. It's my first time doing something like this. Here's the envelope. Everything's in there.
Fine. Mr. Boyd, please write for Mr. Fry on this envelope and drop it in the mailbox across the street.
What? I don't want this handled like it's some kind of game.
Mr. Boyd, those are the rules. Now please, lower your voice.
Fine. Okay, Emma. I'll put this envelope in the mailbox across the street, just like you said. Wonder how that damn Mr. Fry is going to get an envelope out of the mailbox.
Talking to yourself, Mr. Boyd? And we thought we'd have to catch you at the police station. But it turns out Jack Boyd has come down to meet us personally. Do you know why we're here, Mr. Boyd?
I don't even know who you are.
My name is Eugene Chaffee. I'm a businessman. Rather, a restaurateur. Although I usually tell everyone I'm a businessman. Which sounds better? Businessman or restaurateur?
Oh, I think I've heard of you. You have a restaurant and a slaughterhouse. And you serve refried veal steaks.
Well, refried veal steaks isn't my only business, but perhaps it's what I'm best known for. I thought it was time we meet, Mr. Boyd, and my friend here. I believe you're already acquainted. His name is Troy Starr.
Never heard of him. So what do you want, Mr. Chaffee? Looking for a spokesman for your beef products? I recently changed my image and my hair.
Eugene and I really want to help you, Mr. Boyd. Although after our phone call, I've had my doubts. I was making love to my wife, and you called me and told me to fuck myself. That kind of behavior is rude and inappropriate, Mr. Boyd.
I didn't mean to offend you, Mr. Starr. Just thumbing my nose at that prick mayor of ours. You keep making love to your wife, or did I ruin the mood?
There's a nice cafe around the corner. Spare us a couple of minutes of your time, Mr. Boyd. Lately, I've been so busy that I rarely get to sit and relax in such a nice place, and with such interesting company.
Get to the point, Mr. Chaffee. I'm busy too. In fact, I think I hear some teenagers next door robbing and raping an old woman. Maybe she's your aunt.
You see, Mr. Boyd.
Good morning. What do you want?
A big mug of beer.
We don't serve big mugs of beer.
Then a small mug of beer.
We don't have beer in any size glasses. This is a family restaurant. Moms and dads come with small children. I can bring you a lollipop to suck on.
Monica, where's your famous charm? Bring the gentleman a beer. I'm sure you've got a bottle under the counter. Check between the dead cats and the dried heads of your ex-boyfriends. This man, by the way, is your police chief.
Don't be silly. The police chief has a bald spot the size of a toilet seat.
So, as I were...
Oh, I'm sorry, Eugene. It's Rogers. Probably forgot how to wipe his ass.
When you're 82, Troy, you'll probably forget you need to wipe your ass at all.
But very well. Run along. We can continue without you. So, Mr. Boyd, as you may already know, the official job of my old friend Mr. Starr is to cause trouble for you. But believe me, it's not out of malice. It's to maintain his cover at City Hall. But to somewhat balance out this trouble, I've decided to help you out. Every day, pay close attention to your morning newspaper, Mr. Boyd. You'll find messages hidden among the pages. Simple notes, but make no mistake, the information you'll find there is extremely useful. You see, Troy Starr isn't my only spy. That's it, Mr. Boyd. I told you it would only take a couple of minutes. I wouldn't want to disturb you while you're enjoying your drink. Keep in touch, my dear little cupcake. Oh yes, I'm quite good at puns.
Never imagined what meeting Robespierre would be like, but I certainly didn't figure the first thing he'd do was buy me a drink. Getting them to serve a beer at a family cafe? And this Robespierre has some strange superpowers. Strange, but not entirely useless.
Alright, chat, here we go. I accidentally broke my bathroom mirror, getting ready for work. Dad always said it's 7 years bad luck, but no, it's just a silly superstition. No, you ain't getting a day off. Go fuck yourself, bro. Sorry. Son was in a car accident. Doctors are fighting for his life right now. I just can't make it. God damn it. Okay. Alright, so looks like we got a full fucking, holy shit, we got 12 over here. Yeah, that's right. Supposed to have 11 on one, 12 on the other. Bruno Savini turned out to be a member of a gang known as Atala Funeral Home. He could help you take down the gang if you make him an informant. Alright. Let's go interrogate this motherfucker. Let's see. Suffers from phonophobia. Once hospitalized for electrical burns, and since then he avoids electricity. Efforts by psychologists to help him deal with his childhood traumas have proven unsuccessful. As a child, Bruno Savini was a competitive swimmer and placed in dozens of competitions. He gave up the sport after an unpleasant experience. After he finished swimming lessons one evening, some girls locked him inside his locker and left him alone there all night. Since then, he has repeatedly appealed to the psychologist to help him with his fear of dark and closed spaces. He was also regularly exposed to violence at home. After the death of his parents in an automobile accident, Bruno Savini dedicated himself to his studies and graduated high school with honors. He received a scholarship to a prestigious college where he was counted one of the 3 best students. He also took several side jobs while he was in school. On one of those jobs at Atala Funeral Home, he met Dante Gambino, that has since grown close. Mr. Gambino has assisted Savini in the past, bailing him out when Savini's got into minor jams. He's even listed as Savini's emergency contact. Alright. Well, let's remember that, Mr. Gambino. Alright. Who do you deliver drugs for? Let's see. Who do you work for? Okay, so we already know you're in with Dante Gambino. Is it for you or is it the other way around? Let's do it. Yeah. So, okay, I'll tell you everything. It's Dante Gambino. I got the drugs from him. I just did what he asked. I know in order to break that guy. Start to investigate this guy. And of course we don't have any goddamn detectives. Let's see who's here. Armstrong.
In progress.
So Armstrong's gonna lead this up. Elderly security guard Robert Childress saw 6 people break through a hole in the fence and around a construction yard, climb onto the site, and start filling up a cart with bricks. At first, the guard was only worried about the stolen building materials, but when the thieves started climbing into the more dangerous construction areas, he began to fear for their lives. These idiots are going to get themselves killed. You've got to hurry. Alright. Who we got here? Alright, let's go here. Ashby Plain.
910 in progress.
Nice having a fuckload of cops on duty. Young man had just been robbed, called in a report. He came through the gate with a knife and demanded my wallet. I tried to run, but he caught me and pushed me to the ground. In addition to my wallet, he took my watch, shoes, and even my belt. My mother gave that to me. One of the suspects was running around, almost fell down an elevator shaft. He's standing right next to the edge and there's terror in his eyes. Pushed the suspect into the elevator shaft. Easy kids, a long way down, or step back. Don't tell him he's a kid.
911.
Oh, we got him. Nobody's dead. Nice.
1111 in progress.
Drug possession, Eddie's Burgers. Eleanor Compton went to wash her hands before eating, but wandered into the cafe's kitchen by mistake. I looked around and saw several bags of white powder. I know cocaine a mile away. I watched TV. That's a fucking false alarm. It's gotta be. We ain't sending nobody. It's probably bags of fucking sugar. Mr. Boyd, you don't know me, and I suppose that just as well. As for what I do, you probably wouldn't approve, so I won't trouble you with any unnecessary details and get straight to the point. For one very specific, let's call it an operation, I need 3 dead police officers, 1 female and 2 male. Race and age don't matter. I'll return in a couple of days to collect the body. We want them to start decomposing. Yeah, hopefully we don't have no dead cops. Oh yeah, let's set it up there. Robbery in a ghetto. Got him.
1111.
Drug possession. False alarm. Mrs. Compton saw several transparent bags packed with ordinary salt and mistook the contents for cocaine. Alright, so we got an investigation started here. All the calls at? Got all these cops?
413 in progress.
Man just called in. His voice was high-pitched and he sounded hysterical. Hello, police? Some kind of beast broke into my apartment and it's running all over everywhere. God, one bite from this thing and I'm dead. Hurry. Double homicide at the mall. Fuck. It's, yeah, I got a feeling this is gonna be all bad here. large wasp got into the man's house. Jeez. Two more days to request some shit.
611 in progress.
Cynthia Jason filed a complaint against a workman at her building. It appears he's been very vulgar and follows her around. I've never seen such a horrible jerk. And she called it rape. Investigation started. So we get some clues. We'll take a look here.
1111C in progress.
The Ford Police today is a very important day for my daughter. She's getting married. I want everything to be perfect. I'm a very powerful businessman. I would take any kind of success you can't get without making enemies. Alright, so we'll send these for.
611.
Let's see what this is first. Maintenance worker Billy Sue, whose behavior Cynthia Jackson complained about, had only whistled as the girl passed by. According to an anonymous source, a house registered at Ernest Franklin is being used to reduce and store large quantities of drugs. Mr. Franklin has a record a mile long, including illegal weapons and drug charges. The last time we had him in here, he had just opened fire on some teenagers for climbing onto his yard to retrieve a basketball. I'm called in speaking in awestruck praise. I hear from my wall the trumpeting of angels. When the Lord comes, behold his glory. The television was right. I'll teach him. Hopefully nobody needs backup. Boss, everything went perfectly. We started off serious, all business, but then the pretty girls all wanted to be photographed with us. We ended up eating cake with the newlyweds. It was a great day, and they're all fucking four of them drunk. You son of bitches. Ooh, sorry, we ain't got none. Hopefully everybody's good. Yeah, alright. Ooh, we found a ficus. Bring that to the police station. You ain't selling a ficus. Well, I might not get it out.
210 complete.
Come on. Ain't sending the drunk cops out. Club bouncer says that he detained a weird guy who took his clothes off and started molesting girls on the dance floor. Come pick this idiot up and haul him off. We only need one person. We got one guy that ain't drunk. Two new frames. How many fucking frames? Men and women are struggling to carry a luxurious couch through the broken window and into their van. Drop the furniture right there, hands behind your head. Sounds about right. So that's something a cop would say. We got him. Nobody got hurt. A couple guys get drunk while they were at work. Yeah, that's what it is. Day 63. City Hall is happy with me. The Mafia is pretty happy with me. Never look a gift horse in the mouth. I never had nothing on the police station thing here before. Yeah, start that car up all night reading. Now you ain't a day off for staying up reading, asshole. So yeah, I guess old fucking mullet guy fucking ain't with us anymore. Something must have happened while I was in the coma. Alright. Shared automatic weapons. Take it. I'm gonna start making some fucking... Yeah.
210 in progress.
Yeah, if you look, these are all cops here. You can detect this. On this shift, these are all cops. Then that's all detectives at the bottom. Should have 6 and 6. One more cop on B shift because the cops on A shift are a little higher ranked, I think. See, disorderly conduct. Bus driver just called in reporting that a group of teenagers were running down the street throwing stones at the shop windows. The man told them to stop, but for his trouble, he was struck in the head by a rock. Oh, man. Alright. Alright, Rex, don't let us down.
I was trying to raise 10-1, Sergeant Hotspot.
More serious than we thought. Send these two.
911 in progress.
Some items went missing at the home of Veronica Long, items worth over $10,000. A friend and I were sitting together in the evening drinking wine, and on a lark, Clara said we should try on my jewels. We had fun putting on rings and necklaces, trying different things together, and then we set everything back in the box. My friend went home, and I decided to look at my jewelry one more time. That's when I noticed 4 rings were missing. I was literally wearing them an hour ago. They're very expensive and have been in my family for generations. That feeling is broad lost these motherfuckers at the house. Send some cops over anyways.
210 complete.
Caught him on this disorderly conduct here.
Officer on
Police have arrived at Clara Long's residence. Her husband opened the door. She shot a look at the police and ran away down the hall, but soon returned and sat on the sofa. Discussed yesterday's football game with the husband, ordered a woman to immediately bring out the stolen items, ask for tea, and calmly interrogate the couple. We're gonna order a woman.
911.
She got it. We know she does. Why don't she run down the hallway for it? Found that jewelry. Man, we just wanted to sell that jewelry to the mafia.
411 in progress.
Theater director called in reporting that one of the young dancers had locked herself in the dressing room and wouldn't respond to knocks at the door. I don't have the strength to break down the door, and I'm afraid the girl might have done something to herself. She was very upset to learn that she won't be among the principal cast in the upcoming premiere. We'll send out Rex and old Budinsky again.
In progress. 411 complete.
Police officers opened a container and instead of cement, as specified in the documents, they found boxes of very rare and expensive alcohol. Soon after, an SUV approached the place and 3 armed men got out. Screams and gunshots were heard. And they want everybody on this one. Put her in there. We'll send SWAT. We'll send the paddy wagon.
I was trying to raise 10-1, Sergeant Hotspot.
Alright, so we need to send some backup. I'm gonna send Rex in. They look like that. Hulk Hogan.
Who?
This guy right here.
Looks just like Hulk Hogan.
Alright. Send 3 of them. See what happens here. We ain't gonna send everybody.
911 in progress.
Yeah, it's all good. The guards at the jewelry store detained a man who quietly pocketed a necklace and several gold rings. The scumbag is acting all offended and refuses to turn out his pockets, said the store's head of security. Come and sort this out yourself. Alright, I want 3. We have now 3 fucking people. Officers broke down the door and found that the dancer had simply fallen asleep.
1110 complete.
Oh, we get these smugglers? Fuck, got them. And found that alcohol. We're selling that to the mafia as well.
We've got a situation here.
Suspect standing confidently in front of the guards. He cites the Bible and the Constitution and demands that he be released immediately. He won't agree to be searched under any circumstances. You don't have the right, Fuzz. Search him against his will. We'll throw you in the slammer and we'll tell you all your new rights or beat him beyond recognition. Yeah, we'll threaten to throw him in the slammer.
911.
Oh, we got him. He gave up. He gave up.
in progress.
Can't send nobody out when you get the cops. Armed robbery. An obese woman wearing a bunny mask entered a boutique and told the saleswoman to put all the money from the register into a sports bag. When the clerk laughed, the woman wearing the mask pulled out a gun and fired it into the air. Another customer at the store whispered from the dressing room. Besides the money, she also wanted a red dress, size XL. Ooh, shots fired. I'm going to send a goof troop in here trying to up their stats. Alright, 3 new frames. This actually has a Jeep like they were fucking talking about. Let's get this shit out of here. Alright. Here. Here. Yeah, we're still on fucking short town. These are all the trucks. Anyway, what we're looking for. I'll time get some new shit on that one. I'm not bad. 23. I got him. good old Rex Quandale. He's got this shit. He's got this shit. Day 64. This game I have.
What's this, Martin? Think that'll cover breakfast?
Good Lord, Jack. You should knock.
Don't worry, Martin. I don't care what kind of business you're up to. Although on second thought, scratch that. I'm very interested in your business. In fact, that's why I'm here. You have a lot of connections?
Depends on what you need.
I want to keep my job. I've got another 5 years in me at least. I want to prove my dismissal is illegal. You know someone who can help?
Jack, are you sure you want to get involved in this fight?
Martin, let's not,
Got yourself a new toy?
Oh, you noticed, Martin. Just like a teenager, always on the move. Yeah.
Hello. Is this Mr. Boyd?
Last I checked, who's this? And where did you get my personal number?
When you work at the prosecutor's office, it's not too hard to find someone's phone number.
The prosecutor's office? Just a second. Martin, out. I need to take this.
But Jack, it's my office. Okay, I understand. I'll go grab an ice cream. As for your little problem, Jack, I think we can work something out. Give me a couple of weeks.
Weeks?
Jack, what you're asking is...
Yeah, okay, I get it. Now get out already. I'm sorry, what did you say your name was?
My name is Lana Berman. I'm the deputy prosecutor of Freeburg. Well, one of the deputies. Not even the first deputy, to tell you the truth.
How can I help you, Miss Berman?
I don't know how to say this, Mr. Boyd. You see, Mr. Boyd, I'm in line to be the next prosecutor of Freeburg, and apparently that's happening quite soon.
Soon? Shia Broom was just re-elected for a new term.
Yes, but she'll be resigning in February. She's suffering from a heart condition, so she's chosen a replacement to carry out her term, and she chose me. You have no idea of the scandal, Mr. Boyd. I've only been at the prosecutor's office for half a year, and she chose me. It's incredible.
That really is unbelievable, Miss Berman. But what's it got to do with me?
Well, I understand how this call would seem strange to you, Mr. Boyd, but Mrs. Broom said she said that you have a lot going on, but you're the most honest official in the city. And if I really want to change the city for the better, and I swear that's what I want, then I should meet you.
I'm afraid Mrs. Broom was exaggerating.
Oh, believe me, Mr. Boyd, Mrs. Broom is not one to exaggerate. I'm sorry, Mr. Boyd, I need to run. Do you mind if I call you later?
Do I mind? Let me think. No, I don't mind, Miss Berman.
Thank you, Mr. Boyd.
911A in progress. In progress. Looks like we have a situation here. In progress. Progress. 1310 complete.
Oh shit, chat. Dead civilian. That ain't good. Just had a war to pin some less hooligans. Police can do their jobs at the time of man and send these criminals to prison. They can spend their shift cleaning off the wall. Alright. You fuckers go fucking. You know, little. There's hemorrhaging frames here. What the deal is? Alright, so let's see. Stopped in the parking lot, took a truck cruising down the road, stopping their parked car, siphoning off the fuel into spare tanks carried in the back. I'm gonna go do that. That man called me to the station in a rage. I went to the drugstore to buy a hearing aid and some pain reliever, and the guy behind the counter tried to sell me cocaine. I don't do this in just two of them.
910C in progress.
Our man entered a publishing office and demanded a copy of the new novel by writer Ivan Bykov, which had just gone to press. Send SWAT with it, fuck it.
113B in progress.
Oh shit. Alarms coming in from the Hells on Wheels motor show. Eyewitnesses report that a group of attackers broke the window, ran inside, and stole 6 luxury cars. According to one onlooker, they all drove off in the same direction, so you should be able to catch them all. Well, we get a cop back. But they're all headed out on calls, so I don't know. Suspect has been sighted. He squatted down next to someone's car, one end of the hose in the gas tank, the other end of the hose in his mouth. Apparently he's trying to siphon fuel. Take the hose out of your mouth, put your hands up, sneak up close behind him, strike a match to see him better, draw weapons, and slowly approach the subject. There we go. Sees the police, quickly pulls a gun from his rear holster. He shoots wildly and misses. Alright, shoot this son of a bitch. Crazy motherfucker. All over some motherfucking gasoline. What's this one? That's that carjacking. I don't think we're gonna get to that. Sorry, folks. Man, alright, see, armed robbery. Man fires a shotgun into the air and yells at the editor, "Better bring me that fucking book right now, or you'll be the hero in tomorrow's obituaries. Throw down your weapon, or you'll be reading all about it in the morgue. Ask the editor for a second copy of the book. Shoot a criminal with a taser. Taser time. Got him. You can't fuck with the taser, man. I'm telling you. Electrocute them bitches. What's going on? Pharmacist was explaining that the old man's Vicodin prescription had expired and he mistakenly heard something about cocaine. Yeah, those are real close. Carjacking. Nobody died. Nobody died. Alright, nobody died. Woo. Be mad about that. Someone with a deadly weapon. During a performance, someone began shouting racist speech at a black singer and then fired several shots from a pistol. The room descended into panic and everyone ran for the exits. Son of what we got? I'm a paddy wagon too. Haul them all off.
112 in progress.
Oh, fuck. Passerby reported a dark sedan speeding through red lights, swerving from side to side. He's got to be drunk or stoned. Just thought you'd want to know. These guys got this. I'm going to send to keep these for backup this case. 3 new frames on that. 3 more. 1 more.
I was trying to raise
Yeah, I knew he was gonna need some fucking backup.
Officer on scene. Looks like we have a situation here.
Oh fuck! Oh fuck, chat. He's dead. He's dead. Rest in peace, officer. Officer. Fuck. Got some pharmaceuticals out and sell them bitches to the mafia. For fuck's sake. Oh god damn it. Made it clear through the whole day and it was working out good, man. And we lost one at the end. What the fuck? Well, I guess that's the way to cook the crumbles, guys. Fuck. Yeah, how many days till that one guy's gonna pick up bodies, but I don't know if we can get 3 of these sons of bitches before then. Yeah, we'll stick them in the morgue. Oh shit! All right, chat. I'm gonna cut this stream a little bit short. We might hop back on here later this evening, and get a couple more hours in. But kind of, yeah, killed the shit out of the cop on accident. Didn't mean to fucking do that. But yeah. I don't know. I guess we'll deal with it when whenever we come back. Like I said, we'll probably hop back on here later this evening, get a couple more hours in on this anyway, to see if we can get a little farther into the fucking story here. But all right, y'all have a good evening, and I'll see you guys here in a couple hours. Later on.